you put everything you've got into the land. It's about heritage, hard work, and the promise of a good harvest. We understand that commitment. Our precision aerial application saves you valuable time, giving you more hours back to spend with the ones who matter most. We help you maximize yields and protect your crops, season after season. Advanced technology, efficient coverage, and a dedication to your success. Bradley Airspray. Precision mapping and professional application. Trust the experts to protect your yield.
Local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Welcome to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. Celebrate Julymas with Harris Electric. Save on permanent and decorative lighting for your home, cabin, acreage, or business. Book your summer installation by July 31st. Right away using promo code KURT and get an extra 5% off and enjoy holiday displays, game day colors, and special occasions year-round. Call Harris Electric today. I want to book by the end of July here. Make sure you have them by Christmas. Live with Kurt Price is teaming up with SwiftNet.ca, Spiro's Restaurant, and Harris Electric to give 4 lucky winners the chance to save on their back-to-school shopping and pack your backpack. 3 students, 1 teacher will win up to $500 in back-to-school supplies. And the best part is, we're going to take you shopping. Whether it's your running shoes, notebooks, backpack, headphones, really, a water bottle, or other items on your school wish list will help you get ready for the new school year. Here's what you do. Put your back-to-school wish list together and send it with your name, your grade, your school, and your phone number to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. We pick your list. You'll go shopping with us and pick up to $500 of items on your list. Maybe we'll even fulfill your whole list. Well, we're really excited today to be heading out to the farm. We're going to check in with Garth George with Bradley Airspray and Aviator Farms, and Darcy Saskiw is also going to join us from 6 Strong Agronomy. And we're going to be talking about all of the rain that we've had, good or bad. Heritage Day is this Monday at Weaver Park, running until 3 p.m. Kicks off with the pancake breakfast at 8:30, and there will be lots to do. Beth Bernard told us there will be plenty of activities for kids of all ages.
We have the car show, as always, the classic car show. We're bringing back the rock climbing wall. That's always a big highlight. We got some axe throwing, some craft and candle making. Throw some of that old fashioned stuff in there. We've got some roving entertainment. We've got the prairie dogs on the main stage. New this year, we're bringing in the mechanical bull.
Fairways for a Cure, Maddie's Classic, is going to be held on August 5th at Rolling Green Fairways here in Lloydminster, with all the proceeds supporting the Todd family as Maddie continues her fight against brain cancer, which has now spread to her spine. There's still room for golfers, and there is a fantastic hole-in-one prize. There's silent auction items, and dinner tickets are also available for those who can't make it out to golf that day. But you can golf to enter for $150. Teams can enter for $550, and Tennille Zellweger told us this is one event that can help Maddie Todd now, but may help many in the years to come.
With the Fairway for a Cure, it is something that they wanted to do again. So it started as a catalyst to help Maddie, but we know that there is other people in the community that might need that. So this is something that can grow and evolve too, just with the community support. Because again, when we all come together, we can really have a powerful mission of helping people.
Carnage 3 is August 8th and has moved back to Big Manitou Lake this year. Toby Cullum says there will be a competition from our competitors there from all over Saskatchewan and Alberta that will take part in the Highland Games. And Big Manitou Lake is the perfect backdrop for those games and for a car show and more.
So there's going to be a car show, like you said, there'll be a lot of the cars from down there. They show up every year. There's some gorgeous vehicles out there, man. That's crazy. Bouncy castles, beer gardens. We got the Pipers. We got, oh man, they got, like I said, they got so much on the go this year.
It's time now for Live in Lloyd, brought to you by the Vic Juba Community Theatre and May Cinema 6. Each Thursday, we look at what performances are coming to the Vic Juba Theatre, and lately we've been beginning to look at the renovations as well. And we find out what shows are opening at May Cinema 6, and this week, there is a huge blockbuster.
Hi everyone, it's Tanis, and welcome back to Live in Lloyd from Vic Juba Community Theatre. Let's take a look at the latest renovation progress. Our loading dock is looking great. Installation of our new heavy-duty flooring is now complete, and we're moving things back into the space while finishing up final details like baseboards. This durable flooring is built to handle everything that comes through our doors, from road cases and lighting equipment to scenery, props, and musical instruments. In the auditorium, our brand new carpet is coming together beautifully. Every improvement brings us one step closer to welcoming you back this fall for a refreshed theater experience. We also have a few items we're clearing out as part of our renovations, so be sure to check our Facebook and Instagram pages for details and see if there's something you might need. Celebrate Alberta Day with us, an Alberta Day show featuring Vaughn Beaker on Saturday, August 29th at 7:30. Presented with the support of the Government of Alberta and the City of Lloydminster, this complimentary concert features Edmonton indie folk artist Vaughn Beaker. Reserved seating is required, so be sure to reserve your free tickets today. And get ready for a night of laughter on Tuesday, September 8th. Comedian Dawn Burnstick brings Lil Dawn on the Prairie to our Vic Juba stage. Celebrating more than 30 years in comedy, Dawn delivers an evening of fan favorites, fresh material, and his hilarious take on current events. Dawn Burnstick presents Lil Dawn on the Prairie Tuesday, September 8th. Tickets are just $40 for reserved seating. Go to vicjubatheatre.ca now or call the box office at 780-872-7400. Thanks for watching Live in Lloyd. We'll see you next week with another update from Vic Juba Community Theatre.
And Spider-Man Brand New Day swings into May Cinema 6, starring Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Sadie Sink. A forgotten Peter Parker lives alone as a full-time Spider-Man until mounting pressure triggers a dangerous change and a powerful new enemy emerges. Also playing at May Cinema 6, The Odyssey, Minions and Monsters, and Toy Story 5. For tickets and showtimes to all upcoming movies, including Spider-Man Brand New Day, go to maytheaters.com. Live in Lloyd is brought to you by the Vic Juba Community Theatre and May Cinema 6. If you have someone that has provided or continues to provide your family with exceptional care, we want you to nominate them today for Cupcakes for Caregivers. It might be a doctor or a care home nurse, or it might be someone that lives in your home. You can also nominate those family members that just take care of each other. Just send an email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com and brag them up a bit. Cupcakes for Caregivers is presented by Sobeys in Lloydminster and Umbrella Marketing and Design. When disaster strikes, restoring your home is only part of the job. For BioClean Disaster Services, restoring your peace of mind matters just as much as your home. At BioClean Disaster Services, they know you're not just dealing with water, wind, or fire damage. You're dealing with one of the most stressful days of your life. And that's why the team at BioClean Disaster Services is going to listen and explain every step and treat your home, treat your business with respect, and help you get your life back. BioClean Disaster Services, 1-833-246-8326. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we're heading out to the farm. We have got Garth George with Aviator Farms and Bradley Airspray, and the guy that we go to for all of our farming questions, and that's Darcy Saskiw with 6 Strong Agronomy, in just a moment on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric.
Home, it's where people look out for each other. It's where we live, where we work, and it's where we choose to raise our families. For over 75 years, Harris Electric has been more than just a contractor. We've been your neighbors, so when you need us, we look out for you. We show up fast and do the job right. We're in the stands, we're in the schools, we power this community. Because here in Lloydminster, it's our home too.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back. You help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
A good night's sleep starts with the right mattress, and you'll find a great selection at Border City Furniture. From plush to firm and everything in between, we carry quality mattresses to fit your comfort level and budget. Looking at a new bedroom set? Paired with a new mattress. Updating your guest room? Start with a new mattress. Just tired of waking up sore? It might be time for a new mattress. And while you're here, browse our selection of sectionals, sofa sets, dining furniture, and recliners. For better sleep and quality Canadian-made furniture, visit Border City Furniture, your locally owned furniture store in downtown Lloydminster. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call at 780-875-6636 or stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I like Superior Water because I like the taste. After all, it is Superior Water. We want to welcome you back to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. We have Darcy Saskiw joining us here from Six Strong Agronomy, and you know this guy too. He's the Flying Farmer. Garth George is here with Aviator Farms and Bradley Airspray. And I've been getting a lot of questions from people saying, what are the crops like? We've had so much water. Is it been too much water? So let's start with the expert. Let's start with Darcy here. So Darcy, what are the crops looking like?
The crops right now are pretty good. It depends on what area you're in. If it was in some of the areas where there's more rain in June, they're pretty poor, lots of drowned out areas, and the crops are still struggling to recover. Right around the Marwayne area, we didn't get too overwatered, definitely enough to drown out most of the low spots, but overall the crops are looking pretty good around in the Marwayne to Lloydminster area, south of Kitscotty. Once you get over to Dewberry, though, it starts to get poor, and as you go west, it gets worse. So, yep.
Garth, what is this? We're standing by your canola field here. What does this look like compared to previous years?
Oh, looks way different, a lot better. Definitely got way more of a stand. I was just commenting moments ago on the pods. They're looking way larger than other years, so it looks optimistic. I'm pretty happy. So,
Darcy, you mentioned that it could be too much rain in some situations. If we didn't get any more rain, would you guys be satisfied with where we're at right now?
Well, we just had a rain here on Saturday, which we actually kind of needed for our area. It was starting to get a little bit, not dry, but a shot of rain to help everything fill up and finish off is what we actually needed. Probably one more rain in a couple weeks, and that we'd be set for the rest of the year. So.
What's it like hearing that? One more rain. I mean, for all the years you farmed, Garth, it's strange, isn't it?
It's still a long ways away. I was just commenting with this weather that's coming behind us. I'm like, oh, you're one storm away from a hailstorm or that windstorm. We're fortunate we didn't have a lot of damage, but yeah, we're still a long ways away from the finish line. It's like, yeah, it's down to the last few minutes here, but it's pretty scary, right? So
what do you plant out here? Because I know this is one canola field. What else do you plant?
In like terms of varieties, or like, well, we do a lot of wheat and canola, and then this is a DeKalb variety here. It's a 401 variety. We do some Pioneer stuff as well. And then our wheat, we didn't grow peas this year. We had some Phantomyces. So Darcy, my agronomist here, we suggested that we stay away from peas for a bit longer, and And I'm okay with that too. The peas are kind of hard on things, right? But yeah, it's looking good.
So Darcy, that rain that we got, I remember you came in and we talked about it's almost been too much rain and it put guys behind. Does that put harvest behind? Like, is harvest behind?
I would say we're slightly delayed right now. We're definitely going to be a September harvest. Maybe some of the earlier seeded, the peas and the early seeded barley, maybe the end of August, beginning of September, but I'm thinking mid-September for canola and wheat. So
For different varieties of fields, is there one that, it does better when you get this much rain or this much rain in June? Like, are guys wishing they'd planted canola now if they didn't get the canola in time?
No, I mean, we seeded canola later than most years ever. So I don't think we could have went much later. And there's not... I mean, anybody that did seed real late, they definitely got the earliest varieties they could in the ground. So, but some of that late seeded canola didn't handle the rain very well either, because it just never could recover from being the ground being soaked. So, yeah.
What's the bigger difference? Time? It needs time, or the right weather?
It needs the right weather and time. So, yeah, we need some drier weather for some of those drowned out crops, but right now it's too late for most of them to recover. So it's going to be what it's going to be.
So Garth, you were telling me before we came on that you're already starting planning for harvest. Things are starting to tick away.
Yeah, I have too many jobs and too many careers, so I got to make sure the farm is ready to go because everyone will start phoning for some aerial spraying. So we'll be busy back spraying. I was asking Darcy what's the over under on when we start, and middle of August, I imagine, like you said, we're starting peas for guys for doing, application. Then wheat will come after that, and then canola will follow. So usually what happens is we're still spraying canola and we're combining wheat at the same time. So I got to get things ready. I'm probably ahead of the game just because I kind of have to be. But
okay, you've got cows too.
Yeah.
What's it been like having cattle, and what are the hay fields like?
Well, good luck hay, and I'm trying to just down the road here right now. I got 20 acres. It was beautiful, but it's wet now, so I don't know when we're going to get that up. And I still have 100 and some acres to go, but I don't know when to cut it. I don't know. Cows look great. Cowboys are loving this. There's lots of grass, there's too much grass in places. I hate to say that, but it's good for the pastures to get the rebound back, and because we've ate them down to the very last blade of grass, but it's looking good.
Darcy, are you seeing the same thing with the hay fields and your customers?
Yeah, the hay fields look fantastic. I mean, the grass is up to their bellies, so almost like Garth said, too much, but it is a good year for the pastures to help them recover, get some much needed recovery time after the dry years. So,
what can you tell us about pests this year?
Well, right now we're sweeping for the canola fields as we speak, and so far the lygus bug numbers have come up this last week, but still well below threshold. We're seeing a few diamondbacks, but nothing to worry about. The next one, I think, is our Bertha traps were into the yellow in this area, so the warning levels, and we are seeing them in the fields right now. They're still tiny and they're eating on the leaves, but that'll be the next concern, I guess, in the next few weeks is the Bertha armyworms. Hopefully our beneficial pests can keep them under control and take care of them for us. So, not that Garth doesn't want to be busier than he is already, it's always good to see the beneficials take over, especially on the insecticide part of it. So, yeah.
How dangerous can this be with the Bertha armyworms? And you got a fantastic crop. What can they do?
Oh, they can do substantial damage if the numbers are high enough. They could probably take at least 25%, maybe more of the crop if you don't do something about it. So if the numbers are high enough.
Okay, so we've got great looking crops for the most part. I mean, some areas, you're right, you drive by and there's low-lying areas, there's nothing growing in it. It's just been too wet, right?
Yes, that's for sure, but hopefully the hilltops make up for the low spots this year. It's opposite of last year where the only thing that grew was the low spots and there was nothing on the hilltop. So, I think overall we're headed for an average to above average crop for sure. So,
and what are our prices looking like?
Oh, you got to talk to the grain seller over there about that. I just look after the crops. I don't sell them.
Okay, Garth, what are they looking like?
Well, they look good. They look optimistic. The world would quit fighting, I think, would help a bit. But I think they look good. I just actually, ironically, go check your fertilizer prices, because I'm actually got to have a talk with Darcy after this, because fertilizer's coming up faster and it's already higher than it was last year than what we paid. So yeah, this world needs to sort itself out, but the price looks good. But in the same breath I say that, my fertilizer price is going up. So your window's going like this again. And yeah, so just hope we get a good crop, get enough. We just keep going, Kurt. It's just round and round, right? You know?
It is, isn't it? It is just like,
it's always next year, Kurt. It's always next year.
But because we've gotten so much water, because it's been like the rain has been there, do you have less stress? Or when you get a good crop like this and you start to look at the thunderstorms and everything like that, do you get even more stressed out because I got this awesome crop, I can't lose it now?
I don't think stress ever leaves farming. It's just a different type of stress. But they always say the bigger the crop, the harder it is to get. You know, it's going to be a fight. I bet you, like Darcy said, we're going to have a later harvest. That's going to push us into September, shorter days and stuff. I bet you we're going to have the grain dryer going. Who knows? Like, it's going to be it'll be a fight to the finish line, I bet, to get it all the way. I hope not. I hope hope it dries up like we talked about. One more rain, gets that good 30 weather, and you know, these crops actually can speed up too. I've seen that. We've had years we get smoke and stuff. It drags the harvest way out because everything just slows down. But if we get, like Darcy said, we get one more rain like we just had and some good heat, we might be early if the weather's right, you know? So it's a crapshoot, man. I don't have the answers for that one. It's just give her.
Does that pretty tie into what you're hearing?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's bang on. If we do get some heat, we could speed it up for sure by probably a week or so, if, you know, depending on what kind of temperatures we get and the humidity levels and the smoke levels. And like last week, smoke didn't help anything mature. Like, it actually slowed down quite a bit from what we saw scouting last week. So for sure.
Of all the varieties, what's looking the best, Darcy?
The wheat's looking fantastic. I think it's to me, the wheat and barley are looking awesome. The canola is coming. It's always the ugly one for most of June, and then in July it fills in and you feel a lot better about it. That's for sure. Like, this canola crop's definitely changed from 3 weeks ago for sure. So when you say we could have a later harvest in September, I look at it and go, well, we're usually in September when we're harvesting.
We've been spoiled the last two. Like, my birthday's on the 25th. Don't forget that. You got to get me something. But it's the 25th of September, and we've been done the last 2 years by the 25th. Normal years we're kind of gearing up about the 25th, right? So a later one like Darcy's, like the Halloween night crap, you know, that gets a little sketchy, right? But
is that where we're headed?
Oh, I don't think we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But depending on the weather, you get a wet September or whatever, you know, that can happen and that can drag out harvest for sure. I'm thinking about a mid-September start, October finish. So, yeah.
Mid-September?
Yeah, mid-September start for the wheat and canola, and maybe the peas and the barley will definitely be earlier. That's combining, yeah.
They'll start desiccating 2 weeks prior to that.
Yeah,
3
so.
weeks, so.
Okay, we'll talk about that desiccating, and we'll talk about the other part of this is Bradley Airspray. I want to ask you about that too, and about all that when we take a break. We'll be right back with more from Darcy Saskiw from 6 Strong Agronomy and Garth George with Aviator Farms and Bradley Airspray. We're back in a moment.
Summer is here, and that means campouts, cookouts, backyard barbecues, and bacon breakfast. And when it comes to feeding your family, Diamond 7 Meats is right there with you. Diamond 7 Meats proudly provides locally sourced meats with no additives or fillers, just great tasting steaks, juicy burgers, tender pork chops, and some of the best smokies you'll ever roast over the fire. Plus, delicious beef jerky for those summer road trips. We're family owned and operated. Diamond 7 Meats, serving local families with quality products and the protein you need to fuel those busy summer days.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years. It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Thinking about moving but waiting for your home to sell? You may not have to. At Wellings, your next chapter doesn't need to wait for a sold sign. Move into Wellings of Lloydminster this summer and save up to $6,000 while your home sale is underway. You'll have the comfort of knowing your new home is ready when you are. Why put life on hold? Wellings, the right move right now. Visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for the details. We kind of talked about this a little bit. I should say Darcy Saskiw with 6 Strong Agronomy and Garth George is here with Bradley Airspray and Aviator Farms. We kind of talked about this a little bit, Darcy, but there is some downside to getting that much rain.
Oh, for sure. It like we said, it drowns out the low spots. Disease becomes a higher pressure. So to protect the crops, everybody's going to be putting on a fungicide. And just with the weather the way it was, the fungicide season became very narrow very quick. So I think Garth felt the brunt of that with everybody wanting an airplane all at once. So, the rain is better than no rain, but it does bring other problems with it. So
yeah, you had with Bradley Airspray, this is the year more than ever before. Do you think that
we had a lot more clientele, which was great. Very grateful for it. The community supported us. It was awesome. But like Darcy said, I felt like I was in a vice because, customers were coming. I didn't want to see people not get done. But at the same token that the crops were moving up faster, the wind was pushing us back and we were just getting squished. And we had to have to bring up some help to help us get done. I tried to provide the best customer service as we could. Some people weren't happy with exactly the day we got there, but we tried our damnedest. Our crew was exhausted. Like we were tired. Like it was 26 days of solid push. Like it was something like I've never seen before. And it was a weird one. I've talked to some friends at Richardson. They were saying it's the second biggest fungicide season they've ever sold, like with fungicides. And I have guys that have been in aerial application way longer than me that said they've never seen a year like this. So it was one of those random or whatever you want to call it years, right? But
just because of the mud.
Just the mud. Guys couldn't even physically get into their fields. We had guys come back and grab their chemical. They're like, well, I'll just give it a try. Because I'm like, well, we're trying, but we're just behind. And they got it, and then they were back within a couple hours. Yeah, I buried my sprayer about 5 times on the headland, and can I get back? And yeah, it was just a weird year. I never even used my wheel sprayer, and normally I've done some of my wheat with the wheel sprayer too, and I couldn't get out there.
So what's going on with Bradley? Like, what are you guys doing right now? Like, is the fungicide is done, and what's up now?
Well, Darcy and other agronomists with their sweeps are running around scaring the hell out of me. Like you said before, Farmer Garth is like, oh God, but Aerial Applicator Garth is like, well, it'd be good, but I don't want to wish that on anybody. That's an extra cost we don't need. And, I don't want to see the bugs. They can stay away. But we're just ready for it. Everyone's on a 2-week little break here. I sent people home to see their families because we've just been given or they were tired. I even took the weekend off, went to the lake. So my 48-hour holiday is over. Now back to work, but...
Well, absolutely. And Darcy, you see this because you're talking to different farmers all the time.
Yep.
And what's it with all this rain that we have had? You mentioned you're watching for pests. Does the rain bring more out? I mean, for the average person, you look and go, oh man, mosquitoes are going to be terrible. There's so much water laying around. But what does that mean for farmers when there's that much rain and pests?
Well, I always hope they'll drown out, but they never do. So the rain seems to have very little effect on the pests that will actually affect our crops. I guess the Lygus bugs would be the only one where wet, cool weather will keep their numbers down and hot, dry weather will help their numbers pick up. But, every year I think, oh, geez, we had enough rain. It's not going to be an issue. And they always show up. So.
When did that stress? Because people were stressed, and I had people saying like, well, we had this rain back. I can't remember the year. What were the crops like then? Everybody's asking, what are they going to be like? Everybody was worried. When did that kind of switch to, okay, we'll take it easy now?
Well, the biggest difference this year versus past wet years is how much rain we got in such a short time. The biggest last year I remember of rain was we had about 20 inches, something like that, but it came over 3 months, not 16 inches in 1 month.
Right.
So that was the big difference this year, is how much rain we got in June. So it was just too much at once. So, and I mean, if you go to some places, I know they've said they had 28 inches in the month of June. So, and that's where the crops are definitely, they're done. They're suffering. They're not going to recover. So it's just how compacted the season was that really affected the crops as far as the rain goes. Like I say, we were lucky in this area. We were probably, I think, around that 16 inches is what my gauge said. So it was enough. We were stressed. There's spots in the fields that are definitely hurting. There's different fields that are hurting, depending on the soil type. But overall, we were on the luckier side. So
a different kind of stress this year. That's all it comes down to. Different kind of stress.
Never ends. I tell you.
And for your desiccating, when do you start? Like, are you already taking phone calls?
Yeah, it's the biggest thing. Court and I are going to try something a little different with fungicide. We're going to try to get guys to give me their acres sooner than later. We had a lot of wetlander walk-ups that come, because they're not usually our normal clients that come because it was so wet. So our usual clients, people that have dealt with us before, I want to get some sort of numbers from you so that I know that we can handle it, know what we got kind of coming down the pipe, and we can kind of, not so much schedule, but at least I know for timing, what we have to get done, right? So.
Right. Thank you, gentlemen. Am I forgetting anything, Darcy?
No, I think we've covered most of the topics we probably do till harvest anyway. So, yes.
Come for a combine ride or what?
Let's do it again in harvest.
Yeah.
You want to do it again?
Come for a combine ride, and we'll see if Darcy did anything good for me this year. He always does, so I don't think he's going to let me down, but...
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for doing this.
All right, thank you.
Darcy Saskiw with 6 Strong Agronomy, Garth George Bradley Airspray, and Aviator Farms. We'll see you next time on Live with Kurt Price.